As COVID-19 cases continue to spike in parts of the country, fewer people may be taking to the skies. Our next guest says the feds should make it mandatory for those who fly to wear a mask. I'm going to bring in Sara Nelson, the International President of the Association of Flight Attendants. And Sara, welcome to our program here. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Bill.
Make your
Good
case.
afternoon.
Make your case.
Sure, absolutely. You know, the problem here is that people are concerned about the virus. And as the virus has spiked, we've seen flying fall off because people are concerned that in a confined space like that, where you cannot properly socially distance, that the risk of spreading coronavirus increases. There are plenty of studies that show that the #1 way to help stop the spread of coronavirus is for everyone to wear a mask. But it does take everyone doing it. And so in aviation, we have to have the spirit of we're all in this together. We do uncomfortable things all the time to get on planes safely. And this is just another one during these times.
Okay,
and that's
so
why we think it needs
Sara,
to be mandated.
I think I've flown once during COVID times. That's just the way the world is right now. It was Delta. They've got that 60% capacity thing. It wasn't even at 60%. No middle seats were taken. Everybody wore a mask. It wasn't terribly uncomfortable, but I didn't mind it either. And to be honest with you, I felt okay the entire time. Before the flight, during the flight, and after it.
It can be very controlled in aviation, and actually we are very used to dealing with epidemics and stopping the spread of epidemics at transportation's door. So we can be quite controlled and do that and do our part in stopping the spread. The problem is that it's community spread and people are concerned about traveling. And the bookings on airlines have climbed back to just barely 20% of what they were a year ago, which is why we are very concerned actually about our jobs and very supportive of the program that was put in place in a bipartisan fashion in March in the CARES Act that continues our payroll support and keeps aviation workers in their jobs, even if not everybody on the job as much as we were before.
But you're looking for a federal mandate, right? I mean, that's your ask today, correct?
We are looking for a federal mandate, and we're looking for an extension of the payroll support system that will keep the aviation system intact until we can ride through this, get the virus contained, and get everybody back to flying.
But what about those who argue, listen, I'm making my own decision. I'm making my own decision for myself and my family.
Well, in aviation, you don't get to do that. You don't get to bring your gun through security or your knife. You don't get to bring anything that's dangerous. So you have to buckle your seatbelt, put your tray table up, and everybody has to do certain things to do this magical thing that happens when we get up in the air together. So these are just the rules for safety. And the fact of the matter is that there's almost no other industry that relies more on people being able to take safety for granted. If people don't trust that they're going to be safe flying a plane, they're not going to buy a ticket. And that's just the way it goes. So we know that safety and security directly relates also to our economic security.
So how long do you think it's going to take us to get back to where we were? You think about that?
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we're going to get this vaccine and we're going to make it readily available and get back there. But this is why we are asking for an extension. You know, the protection for our jobs runs out on October 1st. And so we're asking for an extension until March 31st. We think that's going to get us through this time, keep the airlines intact. We're the backbone of the aviation economy, or we're the backbone of the entire U.S. economy, connect all these communities with goods and services. And so keeping that intact will allow us to bounce back faster, too. And we're very hopeful that that can happen.
Sooner rather than later, huh?
Yeah, we hope so. We'd like to have you back, Bill.
Thank you, Sara. Nice to see you, and we'll bring you back in a couple of weeks, and we'll see where we are then, okay? Sara Nelson, thank you for making your case today. Thanks.